If we went back just 150 years ago, we'd see that most people spent most of their lives in small, rural communities. Those people relied on a set of institutions and a set of commonly shared life scripting tools to help them navigate their lives. This blend of institutions and life scripts acted as a kind of personal life software, which helped them to plan for and process each new phase of their lives. Their work was often bound to their families and their communities and was crucial to the way they connected to their community and understood their place in the world. Their lives were so integrated, it was often hard to tell where the boundaries of work, family, and community began or ended. Everything was connected. And we've been living this way for as long as we've been recording our history. Starting in the late 1800s, the hardware of human civilizations started to change. We started to transition from small rural communities to living in ever larger cities. The nature of work changed. As it got more complicated and specialized, our work became increasingly separated from our personal lives. New forms of transportation made it easier to move further away from our hometowns in order to access the best opportunities. We moved from the farm to the factory to the office. Work became less tangible and more abstract. Urbanization exposed us to new ideas, new cultures, and new questions about how we should live. Modern medicine meant that life would get much less deadly and much longer. While there have been many advantages that these changes have brought, it's not hard to point out some of the negative impacts that they have created. The new ways of work no longer integrate our families or give a sense of connection with the community. The exposure to new ideas and cultures has reduced some people's willingness to accept traditional beliefs and practices. Longer, healthier lives are resulting in a growing number of retirees who don't want or need to retire. It's as if the hardware of human civilization has changed, but we're still trying to run on the old version of our life operating system. It's time for an update. At Reploy, it was this realization that drove us to ask if we could be part of solving this problem. While Reploy is a new organization, it is actually a kind of extension from a business consulting company called The Cleaver Company. To talk about this journey, let's hear from the current owner and president, Frank Dumar.
So let me tell you a little bit about Cleaver. So John Cleaver was an industrial engineer out of Princeton, started the Cleaver Company in the 50s. I purchased it in 1995. Cleaver was interested in the study of people and matching people and jobs. And when you match behavior and values to jobs, people have energy. And when you have that energy, you move away from the thank God it's Friday club.
As you can see from our roots in the Cleaver Company, there was always this idea that if you could help align people's talents and motivations with their work, you could have a dramatic impact on their careers. But at some point in the process, there was a shift to leverage something we came to call team-based coaching. Let's hear Frank explain it.
Over the last 30 years, as I've been working with the Cleaver Company, I've worked with dozens of successful organizations, 11 number one privately held companies, a half dozen Fortune 500, as well as hundreds of others. I've seen and began to work from more the matching of people and jobs to human development. And can we take this team development model and apply it to individual coaching? So over the last 5 years, we've been developing this team coaching model where we put people in small groups and do the coaching and training in a small group model, which is found to be very successful. Very successful. Why? Because you get to learn from other people. You get to understand and see and model from others. And as I like to say, no one's smarter than all of us.
So, as the Cleaver team was starting to go on this journey of self-development with their clients, they started to notice a trend emerging.
The thing that became clear for me is it all became needed, from clients. I was meeting with clients, and we often get requested by our clients, these, managers and executives we work with, to meet with their kids. And could you meet with their kids and help them with their life plan in their 20s? And We have behavioral profiling tools and other instruments and coaching that we do. And then it became about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a group of people in their 50s that wanted to continue to contribute in their lives, but they knew that they needed to start to think about an identity outside of their professional identity. And most of the people I work with professionally are highly defined professionally. These are elite and they give a lot of energy to their professional identity. It's very, very important. And they could see they were going to be at a significant role gap if they didn't move ahead. So I began to start to help them with part of our team, and we began to look at this second adult life and codify it and find out what's out there. And there's this remarkable information and resources out there, but we couldn't find anybody that had brought together all these disparate components. So once again, I think I found myself helping individuals, bringing together other qualified research and resources, and then helping people through this process again of assessing where they're at, determining where they want to go, and then coaching them through that gap.
So that's it. Reploy is an organization that finds the best practices from industry leaders and then uses a team-based interactive approach to help people assess where they are, decide where they want to go, and support them in the process to get there. If you'd like to know more about Reploy or one of our team-based workshops, please visit our website at www.reploylife.com. Thanks for watching.